Hey there, Brainy marketers. Welcome back to another episode of Brainy Marketing. I'm your host, Larry Koch, and today we're continuing on our contrarian theme, and I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you should not invest in Google AdWords, otherwise known as Google search advertising, Google text ads, however you know it. If it's something you're considering, well, here's 5 things or 5 camps which if you fall into, I would suggest you seriously reconsider investing in this channel. Now, obviously, full disclaimer, I have run many multi-thousand-pound accounts for SMEs, startups, and bigger companies, and they've gone very well, and I love Google AdWords as a product. It's been around for yonks and yonks, and it's one of the most well-traversed digital marketing channels. So definitely not knocking it at a theoretical level. What I'm saying is this channel is to help SMEs, startups, those companies that are new to digital marketing, dipping their toe in it for the first time, or maybe it's the first channel that they're looking at, or they're looking at investing in one channel to begin with. Well, in that case, this is the people I'm trying to help. And so if you are looking at options, here are 5 things that could help sway your opinion. Now, before we get started, be aware I'm running a competition on this channel. It's open to all B2B businesses, and what you need to do to enter is type in B2B Marketing Rocks and subscribe to this channel, and you could win 3 months of free lead generation for your business. So if that sounds interesting, go ahead and do that, and you will be entered into a competition. At the end of the month, I will announce here on YouTube who has won the competition. So if that sounds interesting, if that sounds useful for your business, go ahead and do that. Now, on with today's video. Let's get into it. Starting at reason number 1. The first reason why you don't want to invest in Google AdWords is it's bloody competitive. So social media sites have been around pretty much for the last 10 years, and Google has been around pretty much for the last 20 plus years. Okay? Now, obviously, Google AdWords came a bit after Google started, but effectively it's been around for ages. And for the first sort of 5, even 10 years of its life, it was very El Dorado-esque in nature. The first people that went over there got leads, they got sales for pennies compared to traditional forms of advertising at the time. Now, today things have caught up, people have clocked on, and everybody is piled in. And especially the bigger companies with the huge marketing budgets have now got very well developed accounts. They even sometimes have teams that click on other people's ads just to screw them over. So there's a really complicated ecosystem, and if you are a business that has a limited budget and there's a high cost per click for your services or your products or the sector that you're going after, you want to really consider whether this is a game you want to play. And if you are going to play this game, you better come with the best game in town. So there are ways, of course, that you can get in and corner off a tiny piece of the pie for yourself and defend that pie, but you really need to know what you're doing. You need to be a very advanced level if, let's say, you're going to jump into the insurance sector, or jump into the mortgage sector, or jump into the investment trading sector. All these well-traversed areas with big companies with big pockets. Then if you're going to do Google AdWords, you've got to have some sizable dough, and you've got to have commitment to it, and you've got to have a crack team that is doing something out of the ordinary. If you don't have that, you might want to steer clear. There might be other avenues in these newer social media sites where you could do LinkedIn ads or Facebook ads. That might be more appropriate. So that's worth bearing in mind. Number 2, new products and services don't do well with Google AdWords. Now, to clarify, I don't mean new products in terms of a company selling another type of toothpaste, or an existing product, or another company coming in and doing an existing type of service business. I mean if your company has created a solution, whether that's a product or a service, that has previously not existed before, it might be very tough for you to succeed on Google AdWords, because simply people are not searching for your solution because it's new to the market, right? So Google AdWords works on searches. So if nobody is searching for what you have as a solution, then you're not going to get very good results for it. And even if you put your ads onto keywords that are expressed by people that are searching for to solve a problem that you're in another way. So let's say like sleeping pills. If somebody is looking for sleeping pills and you have a device that helps you with sleeping. People might not know that a device can actually work. They might have never even considered one. You can try running an ad against people searching for sleeping pills, but you are going to burn a lot of money. People get used to something when they're searching. They want that thing. They're sort of lasered in. If you start giving them a different thing when they land on the page, you're going to waste an awful lot of your budget on people just saying, this isn't what I asked for, I'm getting the heck out of here. So bear that in mind. You might want to educate your market by using social media advertising first and explaining to your target market the benefits on those channels, right? So there we go. That's my advice on that. Reason number 3, mistakes are going to cost you. So if you're an unorganized person or you're new to search advertising, I want you to be very aware of one salient fact, and that is that if you leave an ad running, Google will not refund you. They will just, anyone that's clicking on that ad, you could switch something on that you're fiddling around with during the day and forget to turn it off and rack up thousands of pounds in fees, okay? And there's no way of getting that refunded if you messed up. So if you find yourself disorganized, if you find the whole sort of account structure build out quite confusing, and you're sort of not sure where things are, and you're trying to spend a sizable budget, and you've got an unlimited cap on what you can spend, basically buy and beware is what I'm saying. So either come with a proper plan for that, or just keep away from it if you are disorganized, because those mistakes could ruin some companies. And I have seen companies waste £10,000, £5,000, £20,000 over a single weekend or a week just from doing some mistakes, and it's a shame to say, but even I and my team have at one point made these kind of mistakes, and it sucks, right? So it's ended up costing us personally. So really, you want to think about whether you want to get into that game. So that's an interesting one. Number 4, if you are a B2B product or service and there is a B2C product or service that is basically an analog, or people will be searching for on Google in the same way. So let's use the example of an antivirus software. Let's say your company has come up with some new business protection antivirus software, and it only works for sort of like network computers or something like that, or military applications or something like that. And so you can only help the business community or B2B community. Now, obviously, most of the searches on Google to do with antivirus software are going to be from just the average person looking to protect their personal PC or laptop. So if they start searching that in and your ads come up, obviously that makes no sense, because they're going to get to your page where it talks about business this, business that, and they're going to go immediately away, but you've had to spend money to get them onto that page. So if you believe that you have consumer sort of searches that are similar to how people would search for your product, it can actually be very difficult to split the two apart. So it can be done. You can get single out the keywords that only a business user would actually express things in that way, and a retail consumer would never express it in that way. So it can be done with a lot of sort of gerrymandering, but again, this takes a sort of level of finesse that if it's your first foray into digital marketing, you may not be prepared for, you may not want to be prepared for. So bear that in mind. Reason number 5, and it's kind of the most simple reason, if you have a niche business, it's going to be kind of tough for you to do well on Google Ads. And that's just simply because there's no search volume. So it's linked to point number 2, linked to the video on SEO I did, which I invite you to check out. And basically it's the same reason. If nobody's actually searching for, or there's very few people searching for the kind of products or services that you have, it's not really potentially going to be a very good channel for you. I mean, by all means, set it up if there's 500 odd searches a month. If that makes sense for you, you might as well hoover that up. But to be honest, it doesn't warrant the amount of effort for any search product, whether any search activity, whether it's for SEO, organic, or if it's for Google Ads. All the hassle, all the effort of keeping all of this stuff going and alive really might not warrant itself. And it's not the kind of platform where you're going to get an automatic high volume of leads that are going to really sustain your business, because that is the point of digital marketing. You're supposed to have an automated channel that just delivers consistent leads, month in, month out, or it just delivers consistent sales. So, what's the point in investing in a channel initially if it doesn't even have the scope to do what you need it to do? Right, so that is my 5 reasons. I hope that was useful. If you were thinking about Google AdWords, hopefully this made you think, hey, you know, maybe this applies to me. If it doesn't, if you think I could have improved, if you'd like me to cover something else in more detail, please let me know in the comments section of this video. I'd be only glad to do it. If you're thinking about doing SEO, I released a video last Friday, basically the same format as this, 5 reasons why you shouldn't invest in SEO. So go ahead and check that one out and it'll give you a nice comparison. So hope to see you for the next video. Take care everyone. See you then. Hey there Brainy marketers, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you found it useful, do us a favor and like this video, subscribe to this channel and share this video on all of your social media channels. So go ahead and do all those things and we'll see you for the next video. Cheers.